All right. Welcome to the Foundational Infrastructure Working Group meeting on the 13th of March, 2025. Feel free to add any agenda items, but we'll jump into PRs first. This one was in the inbox, and then I just reviewed it. We'll look at it first. We might look at it again.
Sorry, may I interrupt a second?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great, so thank you very much. I have to leave in 25 minutes and I have a PR or several open. It's me, Dennis, and I have this extended Bosch stuff here. Would be great if we could start with that because I have to leave, as I said, in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, no problem. So that's
Great, thank you.
the tagging ones.
Yes,
All right.
and I
And
think
is there,
there's an issue for that.
okay. So we talked about this the last couple meetings. So now this is making a change in the, CPI version. Create stem cell args. Basically the same as before, but now pass an extra arg if the CPI declares itself to be V3, I'm guessing.
Yes, that's right. So then we're sending an additional parameter with the call. So then all the APIs has to expect the third parameter when it's version 3 or above.
Right. Anybody have any other thoughts on that?
So the only thing that we discussed together, me and Dennis, is right now, if we talk about tagging and disk tag metadata, to be specific or others, I assume when you change the runtime config, the changes will also be applied to already existing resources. Or is it not the case? Because with this change right now, it will only be applied to future created stem cells. But I don't know how valuable is it to make it, let's say, to existing ones.
I don't think there's any CPI call that could make it apply to existing ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we feel like it's maybe mixing things up if we want to make the calls. So we thought we would leave it like it is, and we wanted to highlight it that's okay here, because otherwise we have to go through all the create VMs or update metadata of the others and make a call to update the ones for the stem cell as well. But it will look like it's violating the single responsibility principle at the end if we do that.
And maybe also on the left side, when we open the issues, I have created one issue to collect the different PRs. So the first one, extend tagging, yes. So in docs Bosch, so the third entry here, I have documented what is like, how to say, the new behavior. And yeah, so I've created the CPI API v3 method documentation stuff. And then when you go to runtime -config md, so then I have added one sentence. And as far as I have understood the current behavior when it comes to, for example, VMs and so on, I've added this one sentence for stem cell. Those uploaded after setting the tags will receive the new tags. And as far as I understand, as also as Ahmed explained, this is then the same behavior as for all the other entities. So when the runtime config is changed, after this change, for example, when you add new tags, then the new tags are applied for the new entities which are like uploaded or like if a deployment happens, whatever. So only for those things happening after the change of the runtime config.
That seems fine to me. I don't know if anybody else has any other opinions. If an operator really wants tags, they can also upload stemcell -- fix, which will, even though you already have the stem cell, will re-upload it, and presumably at that point we'll get the tags, the new tags or whatnot. So there's a way around it. It doesn't happen automatically, but like I can't think of a good way to make it happen automatically. Especially since I don't think this is data that we really even track. Because like a VM, when you're deploying a VM, it's got the last known state of the deployed VM. But I don't think we're probably tracking like cloud properties of the stem cell when it was uploaded. So like we don't even know if they've changed probably when you go to upload,
That's why we
when you
got fix
update them.
and fix to begin with, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that and if somebody deletes it off the disk somewhere. So yeah, I think this is fine. I don't think this is too unsuspected, unexpected. And if it
Okay.
is, somebody can make a PR. So I'll throw additional reviewers onto this maybe, if the robots do that. Benjamin. Has Benjamin done a review in a while? No, he hasn't shown up to a meeting. I don't know if
No,
there's any
I
way
think
of
he's not
checking
doing
it.
anything Bosch related. Might make sense to. I will get him out of the rotation. I thought I did.
What if I do it again? Rude. What if I remove it and then add it back? Useful. Useful.
I don't want to be rude, but I think you broke it.
It was like that when I got here. One more try. Hey, Nin's a person. All right. So there's that one.
Is Rajan back?
Rajan is back. Yeah, throw him back in the rotation. He deserves it.
Yeah. Yes. Is Matthias back?
Not yet.
Okay.
And then we've got the CPI side of things, which has
Yeah. So here in this chat, pretty simple. So I just added the third parameter, and that's it.
So this will need to change the CPI version to 3 somewhere.
Yes.
I don't know where that lives, and hopefully it's not in the gem that this is built on top of, but that'll need to be part of it. Otherwise, it just won't work.
Yeah. And I didn't even see a place where to change that.
That's not
I mean,
good.
when I download the release, there's a manifest file, of course, an MF file where I can change it, yes, but inside here I didn't find.
That would be, it's the info endpoint. Oh, the lack of any info is.
So the info normally returns the version, but I don't know if this is really the place to do that, because what does it make it different from any other method? I don't know.
Oh no. Oh no. Huh. Cloud v2 info. Oh, could it be in cloud? Is there a cloud? Cloud v2. Ah,
There it is. Okay,
okay.
so I
Great
changed the
news.
version.
It's not in the gem. Not that shipping a new version of the gem is hard. It's just annoying to have another dependency in the way. All right. This one already has reviewers. We'll move this one back to waiting on another review. And then the docs, Bosch is here, which we saw. Rajan, top of the list. All right. Good. Anything else on the tagging front from anybody? All right. Who knew adding tags would be so much work? Just want to tag some stem cells. All right. This one, I'm not going to show the files changed because it's not useful. I will give a brief summary of what's going on here. So the Bosch director is made up of a bunch of gems. It shouldn't be made up of a bunch of gems, but it is, like, internally, like it's got a bunch, like 5 gem specs. And so one of those is Bosch Common, which used to have a bunch of stuff that was shared between all of the common bits, you know, like the Ruby Bosch CLI and the Ruby Bosch agent, things that don't exist anymore. So about half of Bosch Common is no longer used by anybody other than the Bosch director. So this is Aram's desire to pull that stuff out of Bosch Common, which the Bosch Common. So there's all these gems, quote unquote, but also Bosch Common is actually published as a real gem, and then it is used by all the Ruby CPIs. And we were hoping that they weren't actually using any of it anymore, but they are. There's a couple things in there, like a thread pool and a retry loop thing that is provided by Bosch Common. So those things are still in there, but this rips all the sort of not common stuff out of Bosch Common. Mostly just I think it's entirely just refactoring. Yeah.
But if it's refactoring anyway, shouldn't it be easier to also refactor all the CPIs in Go?
PR is welcome. So pull that back to pending review. All right. What else? What else do we got? Allow remote href pops. Oh yeah, this one we talked about. I don't think anything's happened. Tags, outdated docs. Yes, we looked at that last week. So we're back in the cycle of that's one we just opened. Back in the cycle of needing people to review stuff. Remove SCSI tools. Oh. Yes. Nice. Yes, we talked about this before and how we don't think this is used. We can find absolutely no usage of it. And it's, I think, something that's not in the universe repositories. We got one review. What is this again? This is the line removal? Yeah. Good to me. Let's just get this in there. We've looked at this already. That way we don't have yet another thing waiting on reviews. Add IP tables job. Ah, I saw this posted somewhere. So this apparently came from a networking release. And they want to jam it into OSConf because that other networking release is archived. Fair enough. Something you could probably accomplish with like a pre-start script, but like, I don't know, it seems to fall in line with what OSConf typically does. So I see no good reason not to. Also, I'm not entirely sure you can do it with the pre-start because nonsense of it having different start and stop behavior of like removing the rules or adding them. I don't know. I don't know IP tables, and I like to keep it that way if at all possible. Means generally harmless. Documentation for the compute gallery, which got merged. Hasn't passed integration test. There was a couple integration tests are hard because they use a bunch of resources, and so people don't typically run them on their own, but the pipelines caught some. But this is merged and waiting to go out in the next release, and this looks like docs for it. Jean's on everything now.
Yeah, that's when you can come back, right? Without having reviewed stuff in a while.
Oh. And then another one from Aram. This one. So Aram says that the Bosch template gem is only used by the Bosch director. And so this is him actually eliminating the gem and just inlining the code into the director. The ultimate goal is to get rid of the gem structure and not have anything in the Bosch director modeled as a gem itself, just as a Ruby app. So Aram's chipping away at that. I would be concerned that maybe somebody is using this for some Bosch template related stuff, but like the Bosch template gem includes like half of Bosch template rendering code, and the other half is just like mixed into the Bosch director already. So like I don't think this is even really an existing decomposable part. It's sort of muddled in there already. So I don't really think anybody's using this for any external purpose.
Isn't this used by Bosch Create Env?
I mean, that would be impressive. You talking Ruby's? Oh, no, Bosch Create Env has its own Ruby code embedded into the Go CLI.
Oh, that's perfect. That sounds way
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, way better. Way better. Just the fact that that sentence came out of my mouth seems not crazy. We did cut a release back in 2023, but I don't know why. But yeah, that's what that one is. That's it for PRs. And then what was I didn't quite comprehend what was going on here. So this is about Postgres 10, but then something about 13. So wait, so it doesn't work. So latest versions don't work with 10 and below or 12 and below. It sounded like you were saying it doesn't work with new versions of Postgres, but this seems like it says it doesn't work with old versions of Postgres. Ruben.
Old, I don't know. I don't know which version. He's saying he's using 10x, right? Postgres.
Right. Well, that's not supported.
That's not supported, and that's the conclusion here, right?
Yeah. Okay. I thought you were saying something about 16 or 17 or something.
No, that was just me wondering, like, what
Oh.
are the newer versions? Like, are we on
Yes.
something recent?
Yeah, they are newer. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's like it could have been that they are using no, actually 10. Are they using an external one that they're using 10?
They would
Yes.
either have to be or they're on an old version of the Bosch director. Because we don't have 10 in the Bosch
Yeah,
director
because they
anymore.
mentioned, I mean, 10 was into 280 somewhere at some point in the beginning, but along the way we dropped
talking
support.
about 270.
It doesn't matter. I mean, like if they are on something recent.
280.
Yeah,
What is
I
that
checked.
using? I mean, it's it's there. Is it even in 270?
Is it used in the job?
No. The only reason they're here is for migration
Okay.
purposes.
Yeah, okay, Pat.
I mean, wait, did they say 270? That sounds really
Mhm.
old.
That's old.
Yeah, that's well, yeah. 270.
Yeah, but this was also posted somewhere internal. Someone from Broadcom raised this in the open source, so they might be on. I don't
Yeah,
know,
that's
going through an interesting upgrade path.
you shouldn't be using a Bosch from 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
somewhat strongly about that.
probably have customers that still probably do.
Deploy Bosch 280 or 270. Yeah, I can see that not working. All right. Take a look at what issues we have. March 6th. That probably, oh, that's the tagging one. Just peeked at that already. 11th. That's the SCSI tools, which has a PR associated with it now. Can change that to
maybe on the Nobel side. So we are looking in the latest issue regarding the metrics. Tomorrow I have a meeting with some people from our runtime team to look. So it's definitely on Diego side, the missing metrics. We've been looking into cloud controller, CLI. So it's something on Diego side. I don't.
Yeah, I tried getting some of our folks to look at it, but they're saying they don't have the bandwidth currently to look into it, which annoys me. Yeah, I mean, we looked at it. We looked at what did we look at? The Go Cigar, which is what's used by Diego to get metrics, but like seems to work fine in Noble, but it certainly could be something related to that. But yeah.
So it's
root issue.
interesting. We've been checking that the CPU and memory metric is missing, but disk is there.
Interesting.
Yeah, we have to debug inside Diego and then Go Cigar maybe.
Yeah.
Have to-
Yeah, the syscalls, you can just make those, right? Or, I mean, it's in the containers then.
It's no problem. We can log in into the container. It's
Can be
Yeah.
permissions.
CFSSH.
I mean,
you said the people on Broadcom side, they don't have VM on with that setup, or
No, they just don't have. They're busy doing other stuff. They told me.
oh, okay. Yeah, I think we will be able to figure it out. Yes.
What is this one? LB and EIP resource changed. Oh, this is the Terraform.
I've not had
It's all
any-
Bubble's fault.
I didn't have any time to set up a bootloader environment.
It's okay. Tell them pull requests are welcome. I don't know what your problem is, Ruben.
We can ignore this. This is
Because that should be impossible based upon the code.
I don't know.
Could not find the file. Because this was on restoring records JSON.
Mm-hmm.
And then restoring records JSON is here where we are uploading the file. The file we already have. We know we have this file because we downloaded it and it was not blank somewhere. We checked that. Oh no, right here. It's the length of it. So we have something and we're trying to upload it to the path, and the file service upload. Oh, Golang. The file service upload gets the base path, the dir name. It does a make dir-p on it, and then it copies it in. So like how you would ever end up with a error reading file. Oh wait, cpi.json. Wait, what the heck is that?
well, it's an error in the. I think it's a bit weird. So the copying the container error response from Nemo could not find file, and then it's in the error is in the CPI JSON. I think, but
Those feel like two different files.
That's confusing.
Air reading file. Oh, I wonder if some of that functions tries to read this file. But why would that file not? Oh, wait, reading file? So that's just CPI JSON. Where's your CPI JSON on your boss director? Why is that not readable?
But it could also be like the
But it
next
got an
line.
error from the.
Well,
Got an error from.
it
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 could
got
not
an
find the file.
the CPI JSON file?
No, the above. There's also like could not find file, and then it gives a file path,
Could not find file.
and then in container.
It's not an error that we generate. File system reading file.
I don't think that, I think this is the agent.
Oh, this is not the agent. This is the CPI. It's external CPI debug logging.
Okay.
Why are there two errors here?
I don't know. This is just
Two
how
seemingly completely different errors.
this is just from the debug log. Maybe I copied a line too much.
I don't know.
But then
That's-
no, it seems the same, right? It continues because at the
Yeah,
end there's like
container.
a in container, blah blah blah. Okay, error file system.
Unless this is just
The next line.
something it
Maybe that's the
always
next.
says. I don't
Isn't
know.
that the next line? No.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that's debug line. Yeah, that's just debug reading file. That's not part of the error.
Yeah, that's the next line.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes more sense, except for the fact that there's a bunch of guards around this. Also, this is in the copy in, not the copy out. So, like, why would it be looking for a file? Because the copy in doesn't copy file from point A to point B. It reads the file first into memory. It's just in a byte array, and it's like, and then put this back on the disk. It's weird. It's weird, Ruben. We don't believe you. We think you fabricated this error to distract us all.
Yeah, that's. I like to do that time to time.
You've been playing with ChatGPT again.
Yeah, just make up a really annoying error for Joseph.
Can't I can't drag things.
Delete from project.
I like it.
I mean, I will probably run into this again and then get annoyed and fix it or something, or not. We'll see.
Yeah, and then Noble is just waiting on the one issue as far as we know, right? Nothing else came up.
Yes, at the moment this is the one. Let's see if we are through this. But this is the only acceptance test which is failing. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I think we have a promotion.
Oh yeah, promotions.
Do we get more money?
Let's see.
No, not that kind of promotion.
More work for a certain person, right? That's what that means.
Yeah.
Bunch of things. And this is on to what group? The system logging?
Yeah. How is it when a new reviewer is assigned to Bosch? Is it automatically active in this load balancing? Or...
The load balancing we only do for the wash group, not for the other ones. That's something we do in the team settings.
So it's when it's editor's review is added to the team and automatically part of the
Yeah, like it's an exclude list. So everybody is like automatically they are included, and if you want to exclude someone, you need to select them.
Yeah, yeah.
Just waiting on somebody
Yes,
to
yes.
finish their review.
No,
I'll
I
assume
just
that they can
want-
click the merge button too. Oh, there they go. What if we all click the merge button at once? Does the world end?
Yeah, that's how the Big Bang happens.
All right. Anybody got anything else?
I've been looking into something this week. Is someone experienced in debugging app Irma configuration? Or,
if you create an issue, maybe we can throw Nitin at it. I don't know. He's the one who made the PR to change the app armor stuff for Noble, right? Or maybe Jammy or something.
I did some stuff on App Armor as well, but I tried to look it up what I changed and I cannot find any commit anymore. So maybe maybe it was in my dreams. I don't know.
So there was, I know the change which you are talking about. I looked into that. I don't think that it's so. What I was looking into is having a 32-bit binary, executing that in a Docker container based on Ubuntu 20. It's working. If you create a Docker container with Ubuntu 22, based on Ubuntu 22, the binary is not working anymore in Cloud Foundry. When you do this locally on your machine, it's of course a different kernel, but this is working.
And it's app armor that's stopping it from running?
And it looks like and looks like read. So there is read operation for a file, which is the dynamic link configuration metadata of the dynamic link, and that one fails when you execute on the on Cloud Foundry the binary. And locally it succeeds, and I don't have I couldn't find any Irma logs as evidence.
No, if it is there, then you can probably only see it in syslog somewhere.
I was looking in the syslogs. There was nothing in the syslogs.
Okay.
On the Diego cell, I've been watching the logs, and
it could be dynamic library. Like there's different libraries on those different Ubuntu OSs. You might just do like a DFF on the file to see what if it's missing linked libraries.
yeah, I did this one. It's anyway. I have to go into more deeply.
It sounds fun though.
If you compile that one statically, then the binary it works, but
Right.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a missing library issue.
Yeah.
Well, if you compile it, did you try compiling it on 22 or 20 or whichever one it wasn't working on? Did it
Yes,
ever get...
when I build the Docker container, I'm compiling in 22. So it's based on.
Yeah, I don't know how much. I don't know. Docker like volume mounts a lot of stuff in. So even though you're running a container of one type, it might, I don't know if dynamic libraries bleed through. I mean, the kernel ones certainly do from your outside kernel. So that could be part of it. Like compiling it in Docker is not actually building it for the OS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. But the error message is permission denied on that syscall. That's why I'm a bit. It's not that. But anyway, if you don't have any how to debug Irma issues, then
I thankfully know nothing about that. Similar to IP tables, I'd like to keep it that way.